Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be multiplying expressions. So hopefully by now we know how to multiply things of the form a times the quantity b plus c. Right? All we got to do is take this variable or this coefficient and multiply it by the terms inside the brackets. So we just get a times b plus a times c. But now let's say I want to multiply two quantities. Let's say I want to multiply the quantity x plus 1 by the quantity x plus 2. Now this seems a little different, right? Because here we have one variable that we're distributing to the terms inside. But in this case we're multiplying two quantities. So it seems a little different, but really it's not, because we can think of one of these quantities as a variable or as a letter. So for this first example I'm going to do this. So let's assign the letter z to the quantity x plus 1. So now this right here turns into z times the quantity x plus 2. Right? Don't get confused, I just made the substitution to make it a little easier. All I did was I replaced x plus 1 by z. So instead of x plus 1 times x plus 2, we have z times x plus 2. But we know how to distribute this now, right? This comes in this exact same form, in this form up here. We know how to distribute this. So this is z times x plus z times 2. And now we can resubstitute. So z is just equal to x plus 1, right? So I'm just going to write this as x plus 1 times x instead of z times x plus, again, z times 2 is just x plus 1 times 2. Okay, so all we have to do now is use the distributive law. We distribute the x to the terms inside. So x times x plus x times 1, and then plus 2 times x, and then 2 times 1. Right? So we just have, I'm just going to write this down, x times x plus x times 1 plus 2 times x plus 2 times 1, right? Let's simplify this a little bit. This is equal to, well, x times x is just x squared plus x times 1. Ooh. X times 1 is just x, right? Anything times 1 is just itself. Plus 2 times x, can't really simplify that because we don't know what x is, so that's just 2x. Plus 2 times 1 is just 2. So this is equal to x squared. Now plus x plus 2x, right? We can think about x as 1x. So 1x plus 2x, or 1 of something, plus 2 of that same thing, is just equal to 3 of that thing, right? And then we just have that plus 2 at the end. So that's it. If we multiply these two quantities out, we just get x squared plus 3x plus 2. So let's do another example. Let's multiply the quantities 2x minus 5 and x minus 2. Okay, now again we can replace this with a letter. Now I'm not going to do that in this example, I'm just going to visualize this as one variable or one letter. So I'm just going to multiply this entire thing by x. Okay. And then there's a minus sign, so I'll just keep it, and then I'll multiply this entire thing by 2. So let's write that down. We have 2x minus 5 times x, all times x, minus, and then 2x minus 5, all times 2. Okay, so we know how to distribute this as well, right? So this is just x times 2x minus x times 5. So x times 2x minus x times 5 then minus, and we have to be careful here because it's minus this entire thing. Well, what is this entire thing? So let's just figure what this thing out, what this is. So this is 2 times 2x. And then minus 2 times 5. Okay, so this is equal to, well, this, we're multiplying three things. If this is x times 2 times x, right? We can write this as 2 times x because at the end of the day, you're going to multiply them, so the order doesn't matter. So we have 2 times x times x. X times x is just x squared, so this is just 2x squared. Minus x times 5. We really can't simplify that. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write this as 5x instead of x5, because it's standard to write the number first and then the variable. Minus this entire thing. Okay? Minus 2 times 2 times x is just 4x. Minus 2 times 5 is just 10. Okay? So this right here is just equal to 2x squared minus 5x minus this entire thing, right? Minus this entire thing. Well, how can we think about this? Well, we can imagine a 1 here, right? This is the same thing as minus 1 times the quantity 4x minus 10. And we can just distribute this minus 1 in the regular way, right? So this is minus 1 times 4x, and then minus 1 times negative 10. Okay, so minus 1 times 4x, and then minus 1 times negative 10. Right? So it's kind of like we're distributing the minus sign to the terms inside the quantities. Inside this quantity. Right? So this is equal to 2x squared minus 5x minus 1 times 4x. Minus 1 times 4x is just minus 4x. And then we have a minus 1 times minus 10. Now two negatives multiply to become a positive. So this becomes plus 1 times 10, which is 10. Okay, so to simplify this a little bit further, we have 2x squared minus 5x minus 4x. So this is like taking away 5 of something, and then again taking away 4 of that same thing. So in total, you're just taking away 9 of that thing. So minus 9x. And then plus 10. And that's it. So hopefully you took something out of this video. We basically multiplied expressions and didn't multiply just a single variable. But even when multiplying expressions, we can think of them as single variables. So in this case, we just thought about 2x minus 5 as a single variable, and we multiplied it by the terms here. Okay, so hopefully that made sense. Hopefully I didn't confuse you. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.